In the web of societal structures and economic systems, there exists another world, one often overlooked, marginalized, and forgotten. A world where the stark reality of homelessness casts its shadow over the facades of modernity. What we witness on the surface is merely the tip of the iceberg, a symptom of a much deeper societal ailment. What forces are behind the endless cycle of homelessness? Join us as we unravel the complications of the homeless industrial complex. The complexities of homelessness initiatives. The term homeless industrial complex refers to a network of various actors and institutions that benefit financially from homelessness. This network includes developers, contractors, government officials, non-profit organizations, politicians, and media outlets. They all play a role in profiting from the issue of homelessness in different ways. America is facing a serious issue with homelessness, with more and more people finding themselves without a place to call home. In certain bustling city centers, authorities are pouring vast amounts of money into projects aimed at tackling this problem, yet these efforts often fall short. Surprisingly, numerous companies are eager to offer their services in exchange for a hefty fee, turning homelessness into a profitable industry. Every day, lucrative government contracts worth millions are handed out. But amidst all this money changing hands, one must question whether these agencies are truly invested in finding a lasting solution. Consider Austin's recent initiative to address homelessness, which involved housing hundreds of homeless families in hotels due to overcrowded emergency shelters. Additionally, the construction of 49 apartments specifically for the homeless came at a staggering cost of $739,000 per unit. Meanwhile, reports indicate a significant increase in the budget allocated to combat homelessness in cities like Los Angeles, rising from $63 million in 2015 to $88 million in 2022, marking a 1,300% surge in just 7 years. Despite such substantial financial investments, the number of homeless individuals has continued to rise, climbing by 56%. One might argue that everyone deserves access to affordable and comfortable housing, but the high costs raise eyebrows. For instance, examining individual programs like the Inside Safe Homelessness Reduction Policy reveals staggering figures. This program, designed to provide temporary hotel accommodations while individuals seek more permanent housing solutions, costs a whopping $250 million in just 1 year. Astonishingly, this program only served 1,463 individuals, equating to roughly $177,000 per person per month. The question arises, where is all this money going? And would it not be simpler to provide homeless individuals with substantial financial assistance instead? There are 3 primary reasons why cities across America and beyond are pouring unprecedented amounts of money into homelessness without effectively addressing the issue. Firstly, the existing systems for tackling homelessness are flawed, often leading to wasteful spending without significant results. Secondly, while some may suspect corporations of profiting from the plight of the homeless, the reality is that many individuals working in homeless relief efforts are genuinely trying to make a positive impact, but with limited success. Finally, administrative inefficiencies and mismanagement contribute to the squandering of resources, hindering progress in addressing homelessness effectively. Later on, it becomes clear that the homelessness issue isn't just about people without homes. It's tangled up in a mess of poor management, wrong incentives, and unfavorable market conditions. A journalist named Tim Campbell delved into this, shedding light on the organizations involved and how their processes have failed severally. Take the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority, LAHSA, for example. It's supposed to coordinate efforts and manage funds from various sources: federal, state, county, and city budgets. However, LAHSA doesn't directly carry out the work. Instead, it acts as a middleman, distributing funds and providing guidance to over 100 nonprofit partners. These nonprofits handle tasks like providing temporary housing in hotels and evaluating the success of projects. Untangling the web. Complicating matters further, LAHSA isn't the sole authority overseeing homelessness in Los Angeles. Different agencies, including the Chief of Housing and Homeless Solutions, County Homeless Services, and state and federal departments, are also involved, each with its administrative costs. This fragmentation not only hampers coordination, but also diverts resources away from solving the root issues of homelessness. Additionally, individuals and entities are exploiting the situation for profit, adding another layer of complexity to the problem. Thus, simply throwing money at these complex issues isn't enough. It's essential to understand how funding is allocated and utilized to address homelessness effectively. Now, let's talk about the complexities of addressing homelessness. Outreach staff, often working in dangerous areas for little pay, aren't part of some secret group aiming to profit off the homeless crisis. However, there are other players in this game. The fragmented nature of services available to individuals experiencing homelessness presents a significant challenge. Recipients often have the freedom to pick and choose which programs they engage with and which they ignore. This flexibility can result in a selective utilization of services, where individuals opt for those that best align with their preferences, while disregarding others that may be equally beneficial. This phenomenon has been observed by numerous insiders involved in homeless assistance efforts. They note that individuals may prioritize certain services over others based on factors such as convenience, perceived effectiveness, or personal preferences. For example, someone may choose to access a shelter that offers meals but declines to participate in a job training program or mental health counseling sessions offered by a different organization. Kevin Dolan, a former social services worker, shares his experiences working at a Housing First Center in Portland, Oregon. While the initiative aimed to provide homes for the homeless, other essential services like addiction treatment and mental health support were handled separately. This disjointed approach often fails to address the root causes of homelessness, merely concentrating on existing problems. Dolan's recent arrest on identity theft charges adds another layer of complexity to the issue. Despite his advocacy for support services reform, the data suggests that many homeless individuals avoid permanent housing programs, viewing them as more dangerous than life on the streets. In summary, addressing homelessness is far from simple, and the tangled web of services and perceptions surrounding it only adds to the complexity. Calls for genuine solutions. Findings from research conducted by the University of California, San Francisco shed light on the leading cause of homelessness: the loss of income. Particularly in cities with high living costs, individuals often find themselves without a stable source of income, making it challenging to afford housing. This highlights the need for targeted interventions to address economic vulnerabilities and prevent homelessness before it occurs. A study revealed that a large majority of those surveyed could have avoided homelessness if they had received a monthly subsidy of less than $300. A much cheaper solution compared to the costs associated with assisting someone once they've become homeless. Critics point out the exorbitant costs of housing programs in these states. For instance, the San Diego Housing Commission plans to use $150 million to purchase a 400-room extended stay hotel, resulting in a per-unit cost of $383,000. While some defend this purchase, arguing that finding affordable housing near essential services like public transport is nearly impossible in the city, others question whether taxpayers should foot the bill for such expensive solutions. Another factor contributing to the worsening homelessness crisis is its politicization. Claims that homeless people are drawn to California due to superior services are often used by politicians to discredit support efforts in other states or to criticize California's approach. However, a study from UC San Francisco found that 90% of homeless individuals became homeless while already living in California, suggesting that migration is not the primary cause of the problem. It's imperative to dismantle the homeless industrial complex and advocate for genuine, long-term solutions that prioritize the rights, dignity, and agency of homeless individuals. These solutions should empower them to achieve self-sufficiency and integration into society. Only by addressing the root causes of homelessness and respecting the humanity of those affected can we truly end homelessness once and for all. What do you think about the homeless industrial complex? Let us know your opinions in the comments below.